New Amazon sellers are overcomplicating Q4 sourcing. In this video, I'm going to show you the most simple method to find a ton of profitable products to sell on Amazon this December using the exact strategies I used to make $80,000 profit in one single Q4 rush. Let's get right into it. And keep in mind, guys, this does not require buying risky products in bulk, cold calling or cold emailing any suppliers, creating your own products to sell on Amazon, or anything like that. All we're going to be talking about is online arbitrage, which is by far the most simple and easy way to make money with selling on Amazon, where you just find discounted name brand products, then flip them for a profit on listings that already have proven sales history. If we take a look at this listing right here, right off the bat, we can see this is going for about 35 bucks on Amazon, and it has the little 100 plus bought in the past month, which is always a good sign. However, looking deeper at this, how we actually tell demand for products to sell on Amazon is going to be thanks to the sales rank, aka the BSR. So BSR stands for best sellers rank. The lower the sales rank, the better. We want products that are below a 200K sales rank for the most part, right? And most beginners think the best way to do product research is to go to random websites and look through the clearance section using complicated and expensive software. That's actually not the truth at all. What you want to be doing instead is just using two simple product research tools, which I'm going to show you guys how to use in this video right here. SellerAmp right here, which is $20 per month. And then Keepa right here, which is also $20 per month, which is basically like stock charts for Amazon products. I do have a full free course on my channel you can go through that's going to break down full tutorials of both these. It's about 6 hours long. You guys should definitely check that out. The key is, guys, you don't need complicated and expensive software. SellerAmp and Keepa is going to break that down for you guys. And what makes a lot more sense, rather than going to websites and looking at their sales section and finding products you don't necessarily know already sell well on Amazon, then you have to make them profitable. What makes a lot more sense, what I'm going to show you guys how to do in this video, which is called storefront stalking, which is basically where you find winning products. I'm going to break down a couple right now. And then you look inside the storefronts of the other sellers that are selling those products to find their other fast sellers. And then we go out and look for those items on the internet and make them profitable. So for example, we can see this listing is currently in the buy box at 35 bucks. The buy box is this white box here, which shows the seller that's getting the sales on this product. Luckily, the buy box nicely rotates here, right? And we can see this currently buy box in for 35 bucks. And over on this website, we can see it's actually going for 18 right here. They must have some type of membership program, for example, that makes this 16, 20, 10% off, or we can actually leverage this email coupon, sign up and get 10% off, for example, right here as well. So leveraging that coupon at 18, we can see this makes $5 profit and a 26% ROI. Now, if you're a beginner seller, you want to make sure you're shooting for under 200K sales rank, $3 plus profit per unit, and a 30% plus return on investment. The cool thing is we can actually do math within SellerAmp and take off that 10% code here so we can plug this in. And now this becomes a nice profitable product. But has this listing actually been profitable over time? So SellerAmp shows us if a listing's profitable today, and then Keepa shows us if a listing's profitable over time, right here. So we can see on this specific Keepa chart, the bottom chart shows the offer count movement, aka the seller count, and then the top Keepa chart shows the price action and the demand. So we want to do a couple things. We want to make sure the sales rank's been under 200K over time, which we can see in this case, like the past month, it totally has been. It's typically going for around like, 60K to like 120K, for example here. We can also see the competition has trended down. In early mid-November, it was like 13 to 15 sellers, and today it's like 5 sellers, for example, right? And we can also see that on the top, the pink line, the price has gone from like 30 bucks up to like 35, for example, here too, right? Now, getting a little bit more advanced here too, I also see that the delivery date on the seller in the buy box is currently like January 21st. So I know selling this item merchant fulfilled, we could actually list this higher too and sell it a lot quicker. For example, so whenever you see a back ordered seller in the buy box, typically you're going to be able to price higher. Right here, leveraging merch field, aka being able to get it to the customer a lot quicker. So if I were to sell this, I'd probably list it at least like 36, for example, here too. And the key is I want to do merchant fulfilled on this listing. Now, where most beginners go wrong is they think to get the merchant fulfilled numbers, you just subtract shipping from here. You don't. What you do instead is you actually scroll down here and go to the merchant fulfilled calculator on SellerAmp and toggle over to merchant fulfilled. And now we need to plug in FBM cost right here, which some of you guys probably accidentally leave blank. What you need to do instead is take a look at this free guide I made for you guys at howtofbm.com that has merch affiliate shipping guidelines. It's just howtofbm.com. It links to this Google Doc. It's free. You should check it out right here. And now we can get these guidelines. So we can rock and roll up here to the quick info on SellerAmp and see this weighs about 3 ounces right here. So this is going to ship super, super light. So it's probably going to ship for like $4. We can see that takes this from a 48% ROI FBA to a 60% ROI FBM. These listings that are above $20 but below on pound are great for FBM, but you don't know that until you run the FBM calculator on SellerAmp. And the cool thing is this is after shipping, fees, supplies, sales tax, literally everything right here, right? And we can see this item's currently 33 in the buy box right here. We can see it's got 177K rank. It does say it doesn't meet the BSR criteria, but that's just because the toy category is smaller. So 177K rank isn't in the top 1%. Personally, I don't worry about the percent relative to the category at all. So this is still totally a good item as long as the Keep It chart shows moon, which we can see it totally does. The off count's nicely trended down right here. And we can see over on this website, this item's going for about $17.99, for example, right here. So at 17.99 here, we can see that's a nice profitable product. But very recently here, taking a look on the Keep It chart, I can see the price has actually gone higher. So if I were to get this in, I would plan on pricing this up at like 36, for example. And I'm going to run those FBM numbers. So I'm going to rock and roll down here on SellerAmp and scroll over to FBM and then plug in that shipping cost right there. And we can see not too much of a spread on this specific item right here, but you guys get the idea regardless. So now we've seen a couple examples of winning procs. And what you guys should literally do if you're looking for, starting points is literally go to my other videos, start off these winning procs, start off the winning procs in my other videos and storefront stock from there. So what I'm going to do to find those good sellers is rock and roll down here on SellerAmp and take a look at the other offers here and then open up sellers that I know are making lots of profit to find their other products to sell, because that really helps vet them, right? Rather than looking through random products on big websites. So we can see the seller's got 1,000 views. We know they're making money, right? This seller's got 500 reviews. We know they're making money, right? This seller's got 600 reviews. We know they're making money, right? The seller's got 140 reviews. We can take a look at them. The seller's got 230 reviews. We'll take a look at them. So you want to just open up all these sellers that you can see making money here. And then we just want to take a look at what they're selling. And then we want to find other winning procs from it, right? So it's pretty simple, honestly. The key is just not overcomplicating things and just saying, hey, okay, what are these sellers carrying, right? So we can see here, you can instantly see the different brands they carry, right? As well as the different categories they carry right here. And then I can also see all their best winning procs. So the items that have good sales rank. So for example, like 13K rank, that sells well. It's got 1,300 reviews, 47 sellers. People are making money on this stuff, right? This listing's at 14K rank right here. We can see 62 reviews. People making money on this stuff, right? So let's go ahead and open up these listings we know people are making money on, and let's see if we can make the numbers work on any of them. For example, right here, which we're definitely going to be able to do. It's Q4. Demand's through the roof, right? Competition's on the floor right there. Prices are going up on different stuff. Let's dig in and see what we can track down profitably. And the cool thing is you can go to all these listings and quickly find stuff. For example, like Yankee Candle's got a good sale going on right now. So we can open up like Yankee Candle, for example, right here, and we can see if any of these guys make sense, for example. So we can see like, 69K rank. Let's take a look at that, right? 57K rank. Let's take a look at that. Actually, not going to take a look at that because the price is trending down right there, right? But we want to find these listings that are nice and stable, for example, right here. So let's say, so we can see, yeah, like 23 right there, right? 24, 26 here. So we can open these up and we'll take a look here, right? And we take a look at these, other listings as well, other storefronts, other brands, other categories, etc. You're going to be able to find lots of profitable stuff, for example, here. So we can see like beauty stuff. We don't cover a ton on the channel. So we'll open up a couple of those right here, right? And the key is you don't necessarily source for Q4. You just find what's profitable today that you can go ahead and sell. You know what I mean, guys? Right? So we can see this listing currently buy boxing at 46, right? This is flying too. It's got 1K bought in the past month, right? That's absolutely flying. 1,300 reviews, right? And we can see, does Keep It chart look good on this? Ooh, so we can see there's some serious buy box share going higher here. So I'm not going to list this at, 45. I'm going to list this up at, 49, for example here. So what I'm actually going to do is plug this in. That's a very, very important pro tip is if you can see the buy box going higher, you got to price it higher, right? So we can see, plug this in here, right? And we can see, okay, Shop Smiles here, Homes Battery here. Let's see. So let's see, is this the same thing here? See. So you obviously always got to make sure stuff's the same thing. Okay, we got a 15% code as well. That's the key is the money is in the discounts, guys, right? So we can see we're 15% off, right? So assume that works in this case, which I think it does right here. So we can see, yeah, Homes Kids, right here, for example, 5+ right there. Okay, so Homes Kids, smart battery powered toothbrush right here. So we can see Home Kids, battery powered smart toothbrush here. Okay, so let's see. So we can see we're here at 27.9 and we can plug that in on Selling here. We're already pretty close. Honestly, for a toothbrush, this is probably fine, especially as something with this high demand. I don't really think people are going to return toothbrushes too often, but we want to go ahead and see if that 15% off additional stacks right here, which say it does, right? This listing becomes even better, for example, right here, taking that off right there. So that makes this listing, totally good, for example. What I'll also do is take a look on Cardbear and see if there's discounted gift cards we can snag for Colgate, which there's definitely not. So basically, I don't know if that 15% code is going to work. You could add this to cart and go ahead and see specifically right there. And if you're worried about ungating any of these products, you can just take a look at my ungating tutorial on my channel as well. So let's see. Ooh, this is a good looking Keepa chart too. So Amazon's on this thing, but we can see third-party sellers are getting buy box. So don't automatically avoid stuff if Amazon's on it. We can see this currently going, way higher, like 23, for example here. So let's see. Our max cost is $8.64. So let's go ahead and plug this in here. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is going to be profitable here. We just need to find one of these sites and make sure it's legit here. So for example, at $10 right here, boom. Okay, so we can take off 10% for the newsletter here. Always ways to get stuff cheaper, guys, right? So now we can see we can either do 10% or subscribe and save. You can just go ahead and cancel that, for example, right here. So here at $9, right, we can see, honestly, yeah, this is a relatively heavy product for a $23 price point here. We can see this is only about a 30% ROI because I have sales tax and stuff already factored in here. However, this is a grocery product, so people don't really return these. They probably can't even return a listing like this. So even though it's only a 30% ROI, this is a very cash flow efficient product. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a winning product, right? And then we can see there's good demand. There's also been good demand. The competition plummeted right there as well. It's a really, really good sales rank too. It's about 10K sales rank right there. This is not a bad example of a winning product here, guys, as long as this retailer does free shipping. And maybe that 10% subscribe and save stacks with the 10% code as well. Let's see. So take a look here as well. Let's see. Going for like 19 to 22 is probably the same price point. Right. Okay, so this one goes for a lot more. Ooh, actually, maybe not. Okay, Uber Eats potentially here. Let's see. So this would be, this is like you would get this delivered, which is actually great for Merchfield for Q4 here. So we can see take off 11.36 minus 40% right there. So we can see, okay, so this actually would be profitable with that potential loop. We can see 40% off $40. This would get potentially little messed up with like DoorDash tipping and stuff potentially, but you get the idea. We're in the mix. We're finding deals, right? So I don't think that ends up working right there. But if this 40% actually ends up being a net 40% off right there, this could totally be good. And this is why you want to have Capital One Shopping and Coupon Birds installed on your Google Chrome. So you can go ahead and get plugged in on those deals just on the Google search page, for example, right there. So we can see this one's $30, also relatively back ordered. So we can see the delivery date is December 17th, 21st. So I know I'd probably be able to price above this FBM. So let's see. People are grabbing buy box share higher at like 32. FBM specifically, you always got to take a look at the Keepa chart right here. So at 31.99 here, we can see our max cost is 16 right there. So let's go ahead and plug this in. We can see, boom, yeah, here we go. So 15, right? So one of these sites is going to be in stock, for example, here, but at 15, we can see $6 profit, 40% ROI. Take a look at what the FBM numbers look like here too. And we can see, yeah, so perfect example, guys. Literally perfect example, right? FBA, 40% ROI. FBM, 50% ROI, assuming this is very, very light here, which I can see. Yeah, 2.4 ounce. It looks like it's a very small like toy, for example, here. And the key is, guys, don't worry about like sourcing for Q4. Just worry about what you can find that's profitable today, right? So we can see going for like, 27 on the high end here. Damn, yeah, we can see, right? 27 here. Right, so we can see it's very, very important that if you see 19, but they're charging for delivery, you have to add that in on SellerAmp. So for example, it's really like 27, right? Because it would be 24, 19 plus 5. But I saw on the Keepa chart down here that the price was actually going higher, right? And we can see people are buy box higher, 27.5, for example, right there. So with 27.5 here, we can go ahead and plug this in. Okay, this is Sam's Club flip potentially here. Okay, so let's see. Our max cost is here. So let's see, 7.50 here. So let's see, this would be 7.5, and then it's a bundle, so we want to do times 2, right? So we can see, unfortunately, just break even. Sam's Club probably has like 5% discounted gift cards using Cardbear. That's a great tool to get additional % off. And then there's definitely sales tax exempt there, which would be like 5%. You definitely want to have a reseller certificate as well, so you can avoid that sales tax. Do not think that is going to work, unfortunately, here. Let's see. 27 right here. Oh my gosh, look at this guy falling off a cliff. Okay, excellent here. So we can see, right? We can see, yeah, 27, right? So we can see, plug that in here, right? So let's see, 28 here, right? So we go ahead and plug this in. Okay, here we go. 4.5 here. Looks like a bunch of good deals on this stuff. So let's see, so this would be 4.5 times 4 here, right? So we can see close right here, right? So we can go ahead and take a look at this. So yeah, 4.5 home sweet home. We also see 20% off right here, signing up for the text list right there. So now, right, we take off that 20% right there. So important. You guys got to be stacking on these coupons and different discounts, etc. here. So we can see 25% ROI right here. And then if I want to get fancy, I can also check on Cardbear and see if there's any discounted gift cards too for Yankee Candle, which is basically the idea that if you buy a $100 gift card for $90, you save 10%. Basically, so we can see at 10% discounted gift cards here. So now this is a prime example of creating profitable procs, guys, right? We can see this was close to being good, right? Just using the sale plus the 20% code, but now we toss in a discounted gift card and this becomes good as well. And then what I'd also want to do here too is just plug in and see if there's any other bundle sizes here as well too, which is a very, very important thing. So we can see like send plug refill here. So if we go ahead and plug this in, want to see if there's any other potential bundles to list on, which it looks like in this case there totally is right there. So that's why I like about, doing multiple listing items, for example, right there too. And this is the name of the game for Q4, guys. It's just saying, hey, okay, you could see examples of winning procs here, guys, right? We see storefronts that are making lots of money here. And then the game is just taking a look at, okay, what are they selling? And then tracking those items down, figuring out what websites carry those procs, and then making those items good. If you want to work directly with me to scale up your Amazon business, now's a great time to apply for my coaching program as well, to take advantage of the rest of Q4 as well as Q1 in 2025 as a whole. So take a look at the link in the description for my coaching program application if you're interested in working directly with me with unparalleled one-on-one access. And if you're watching this video and you're doing some proc research and struggling, remembering you don't find items good, you make them good. All the items we took a look at pretty much required an additional discount to make them good right now. If you've got any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Check out this video for more free Amazon seller game, and I'll see you guys in the next one.